Right, the first thing you need to do with this pony is to start keeping it straight, because he's just starting to take the mickey out of you a little bit. The jump is very good, he jumped well all day today, but what he's got to do is learn to keep straight so when he gets to the fence he doesn't look to nip out. What you've got to do on your approach is you're dropping your shoulder too far out and dropping your hands. Over that orange and black one was very good. That was what you've got to do with your hands more often. But coming down to the oxer later on, you drop your shoulders like there now, you dropped your shoulder and you were nowhere near the middle of the fence. So the pony can then take the mickey and nip out whenever it wants to. So the main thing you've got to start to work out with this horse is 1, keep it straight, and 2, sit up in the middle so it doesn't take the mickey out of you. Well done today, Abby. This horse jumped very well, but obviously there was a couple of little blips at the spooky fillers. This is the thing that you've got to get sharp with and be aware of what's going on, i.e. you can't go there and trust it, because this is the type of horse you know full well if you give it an inch it'll take a mile. All the time you've got to be sitting up, keep the horse together and keep supporting the horse with your leg when you get to the in front of the fence. Not that you've dropped your hand the wrong way out like you just did to that green and white one. You dropped your hand too far out, then the horse stutters in its stride. When the horse shortens its stride up, it's because you've leant forwards. You've got to sit up, support the front end like there. Over that one you just jumped there, you sat up, held the front end, and the horse didn't put a little stride in. If you leant forwards too early and dropped your hand, you'd have put a little stride in. So you've got to get in the habit of sitting up tall like there. You sat up tall to that green and white one there, and it took the further stride away. If you dropped your hand, it would have put a little stride in. Overall, very well done today, but these are still little errors that can be worked upon. process, this horse jumped absolutely class. He rode it well and the canter was very, very good. You can watch as you come around the corners today, you kept the canter up together and you kept your leg on. Like there, you supported the front end of the water tray. If you dropped your hand, she'd have stuttered a little stride in and maybe stopped. Keep working around your corners of using your space and getting the outline. If you notice there, when you've jumped the blue and white one, coming around to the second one that you're just about to jump, the outline can be a lot more rounder and a lot more disciplined. Especially at home, because obviously when we go to shows, if the horse starts pulling its head up and getting longer and longer as the round goes on, then obviously we're jeopardising having a stop, or she's setting you up to have a fence down. So this horse thrives on having the discipline put in the canter, but overall you rode her very, very confidently today, and it was a very pleasure to see. Well done today, Em. I think this is probably the best I've seen this horse go away from home. Usually when you come away from home, then you get a few stops and a few starts, and obviously your confidence gets a little bit low. Today you rode it very, very well, and you kept confident and you kept determined in front of the fence. This horse thrives with you being determined in front of the fence and keeping hold of its head. If you drop your hand and get a little bit naive in your riding, then the horse can take the mickey out of you. Around the course of fences, now you've got it going round, try and make it a little bit smoother, a little bit neater, so you try and keep the same pace all the way around. But overall, huge improvement and very well done. Just one thing I would say, in your riding position, watch you don't go from the back of the saddle to the front of the saddle too much. Try and keep your posture up in the middle. Well done today, Jess. This horse is a completely different horse to Gary. This horse has to be held up with loads and loads of leg to keep the energy. I think this horse has got a lot more jump than what you always think it has, but again, you've got to get used to riding a good corner and a straight line. If you look at the line you just took to that orange one there, you weren't straight, you cut the corner, which then put you on a bad line to the next one. Remember, the descent from one leads into the approach to the next. Overall, this horse is jumping well, but you've got to be disciplined on your lines.